Is that on there? Hey, how's everyone doing? What a month it's been. Craziness. So I'll tell you guys all about it. Where do I start? I think the last video I did was over a month ago. And I think it was June 5th. So I told you guys I'd pop in once in a while, and so I'm popping in. So anyways, where should I start? So the last video I was still in Barrie. And I shot the last video, I was in a motel there. I was staying in a motel because I didn't know what I was doing when I was coming to Ottawa, or whether I was staying in Barrie. So I decided, why can't I recall this stuff? So I decided to come to Ottawa because I learned from that trip that I have to be where, you know, it's familiar, right? So I explained that to my sister. As much as I wanted to stay in Barrie and, you know, be close to family and stuff, I knew that, you know, the best thing is come to Ottawa and just figure out what to do when I get there. So I had to figure out what job I was going to do, and I only had 2 months to get it figured out because I only had enough disability money, whatever, to get me to September. So, you know, the accident was still in my mind, so I was thinking about the accident, thinking about the truck, and it kind of triggered a childhood memory of mine where I remember growing up and I wanted to be a truck driver, you know, and then I kind of morphed from there, and I looked into it, and I was gonna go for my DZ driver's license, so I can drive big trucks. So it seemed like a sound plan. So we'll get to that later. Then, so I came to Ottawa. I managed to get a place. I stayed here in Ottawa for 2 weeks in a hotel because I still haven't got a place yet. So I got the place. A buddy of mine hooked me up with a bed. So I got a bed, and that's it, you know. But it's a nice place, so when we're done, when it's all finished, it'll be good. And so I go down to school to look into getting this driver's license, upgrade my driver's license. So go down there, and I find out that they offer a course, because I remember I mentioned that I wanted to do heavy equipment, but it's too expensive, I couldn't afford it. So to get the DZ driver's license is only like, hey, how's it going, guys? So the DZ was $2,800. So we figured, okay, we can do this, we can do that without this, but we got to do it in this time frame. And the course is 3 weeks, so I'm doing the math and thinking, okay, like we'll be cutting it close, but it sounds like a sound plan, you know. So I only have to be, you know, like where I'm living now. Like I just got the bed and that's it. So you know, you're fucking alone with your thoughts, and you're fucking, you know, the whole bipolar thing, everything's coming at you, and you're trying to fucking just kill time, and you're trying to just manage this shit. So I figured, okay, I can do this, you know, like I can do it in this time frame, and I can get it done. So I go down to school, and they give this packet, and, you know, and I just thought you just register to school and away you go. But no, you gotta do all this fucking bullshit. You gotta get a medical clear, you gotta get the driver's abstract, you gotta friggin' get a police check, you know, all this fucking shit. I'm thinking, god damn it, like I don't have the time for this, you know. And this is back, you know, I moved in the apartment at 29, so it was around that time, around July 1st, 2nd, and stuff like that. Oh, I better look at these comments here. Oh, it's Tracy. Hey, Tracy. You're on your way. You'll call from Petawawa early next week. Okay, cool. Look forward to seeing you. So now I got to do all this shit, you know, before I even register for the course. So okay, fine. So I called for the medical, and I had to wait a week to get this appointment with the doctor to do a physical for this license. And I get the appointment, and you got in mind, like, this is already like a week and a half going by where I'm in an apartment, you know, I'm just fucking going crazy, you know, because I have nothing to do. All I'm doing is waiting for shit, right? And so I go to the doctor's appointment, I get the physical done for it. Get them to fill all the paperwork. You know, they charged me like 120 bucks for it, whatever it was. And I go to the Department, Ministry of Transportation right after the appointment. So let's get this handed in right away. I go there, and there must have been 100 people there, and there's like one kiosk open. I'm like losing my mind, right? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I said, okay, it's time I open. I'll come tomorrow morning, you know, and I don't have to wait for all this shit. So the place opened at 8:30. I got there at 8, and there's already like 20 people in line. I'm like, God damn it. You know, just like, you guys gotta remember, because I'm just so anxious. I gotta get things going, because I'm on a limited time here, you know. So I want to get this going. So I freaking stand in line. You guys got to remember, at this point, I've been in a hospital like a couple weeks, so I still can barely walk. So I'm trying to like figure out, okay, like, can I stand there for a half an hour? You know, and so I don't have to wait 3 hours, or do I sit in the truck and wait till it opens because I can't stand barely, you know? So I go to the line, and I'm standing there, and my knees are just shaking like crazy, just shaking. I was like, okay, we'll get to the cast thing later. No, I should do that now, should I? So I'm getting out of the time frame. I'm getting out of the time link here. Let's get back to this later, because it was we'll get back to this, the MTO later. I want to tell you this story because when I was talking about the broken legs, I was only out of the hospital for a couple of weeks, so I couldn't really walk, right? But I had no choice to get things started, right? So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Suck up the pain. So, one of the first things I had to do was get my cast off. So, the Civic here in Ottawa, they have visitors parking right in front of the hospital. I've been there a few times, so you just park there. So I go there, the parking lot's full. I'm like, well, where do I park? You know, I can't I figured, well, I can't use a meter because I don't know how long I'm going to be getting this cast off. But I didn't know where to park. You know, I'm probably in Mania at the time, and I'm just like, you know, whatever. And so I said, fuck it. I'll just throw like $10 into this fucking time, throw $10 into this little, you know, the things are meters. And so that's been enough time, right? So it gave me like fucking 5 hours for $10, whatever it was. So I start limping, you know. I get out of the truck, and I'm like, I get to the hospital, and I says, where's the plaster? Like, where can I get this cast off? And they straight down the hall and to the right, just down the hall. I'm like, perfect, that's not far at all. I can make this, you know. So like, guys, I can barely walk here, guys. Like, my eyes are like just almost tearing. So I get there. I said, yes, I need to make an appointment to get my cast off. She goes, are you a patient? I said, well, I had this done in Barrie, and I live in Ottawa now, so I need to make an appointment to get this cast off. She goes, you have to register as a patient first. We won't do that. I'm like, what? Yeah, you have to go to emergency to register as a patient, and then we can make an appointment. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So, the first thing I'm thinking is like, I'm not waiting 13 hours in emergency, because I heard horror stories about that, right? That, you know, like you know, you can wait forever. I'm like, I can't mentally, physically sit here for 13 hours to make an appointment to get my cast off. I just can't do it. What the fuck am I gonna do? And so anyways, I talked to my sister about it, and she, you know, she wants to help so much, you know. So she calls the hospital, and they told me, they said, go there at 7 o'clock in the morning, you should be okay. So following day, I go there, and oh no, let me back up here. I get to the hospital. Now I know I got 13 hours, so I know I can't cover the meter for 13 hours. So I start driving around to find where to park. And then they have a parking garage at the hospital, but it's like way down and to the right. So I go into it. I'm like, fuck, this is fucking far, man. Like, from emergency, like, this is going to be tough to walk this. And I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I pull in, well, you got to do what you got to do, right? So I go into the parking tower, and I start going around and around. Next thing you know, I'm on the 4th floor. And I'm just like, holy shit, now I got to walk down 4 flights of stairs. And I'm just like, overwhelmed, and I'm just like so fucked up. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, how can I do this? Like, I'm just, because I can barely walk, guys, you know. I'm like, fuck me, you know. So I get out of the truck and I'm limping over to the stair. I go down the stairs, and it took me probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes to walk in the parking garage to emergency, right? And because I'm like baby stepping, right? And I get to emergency, and I'm like just done, like because all the pain and everything, right? And I get there, and sure enough, the place is empty. So I'm just like so relieved at this point, right? That the pain, I didn't even go with the pain because I was just so relieved that there's no one there. I don't have to wait there 13 hours because that's what I was mentally prepared for, right? Even though my sister said, they said it was best time, you never know until you get there, right? So, anyways, I make the appointment and everything like that, and sure enough, I'm jumping through all their hoops. And then they want to do all brand new x-rays again. So I just want my cast off, man. Like, no, you gotta check all my, must have did like 15 x-rays. I'm like, fuck, I just want to get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, it was brutal. So anyways, that's the part I wanted to tell you guys about. It was crazy. So then I had to wait another week, and then I got my appointment to get my cast off. So it was like retarded. I had a cast on for like 9-10 weeks. Oh, that's crazy. And I get it off. My thumb is still doesn't have all the feeling back because the way the cast was, right? So let's go back to the Ministry of Transportation. So I go the next day, and I was telling you guys, this is, I had to determine whether I could wait in line or sit in the truck because I couldn't stand there waiting, right? There's no fucking way. So I just said, fuck it. If I got through that tower at the hospital, went through that, I said, I can do this. So I get out of the truck, I stand in line, I'm just waiting there for a half an hour until the store gets open. By the time I get in there, my knees are just shaking. I'm just done, right? And I register, and there's like probably 20 people in front of me. So I was waiting probably an hour. So I hand in my form for the medical. And she says, well, I have to send this off to the medical review board. I said, why? She says, well, because the steel in your leg and the fact that you're bipolar, the medical review board has to make sure that you can mentally and physically do the job. I go, okay, well, how long is that? She goes, well, 3 to 5 days. I'm like, shit, okay, all right. So, there's more delayed for the start school, because like I said, I'm on a timeline here. I gotta get this, I gotta get to school, and I gotta get fucking working. I gotta get things going here. So 3 days go by, I call, you didn't receive shit, they don't know, I didn't get the application yet. It's like a voicemail thing. They tell you if you got your thing, and then if they got it, then you stay online, and they give you the results. So then 5 days go by. I call and still didn't receive the form. I'm like, God damn it, So I'm fucking losing my mind here. And I can't remember how many days went by after that, and I called back, and they still haven't. So I said, fuck it, I gotta talk to someone. Like, I can't afford to be fucking sitting around here. Not only couldn't afford it, I'm alone in the apartment. I got a bed, I don't have a TV, fucking nothing. I can go see my friend once in a while, Kelly, but generally I'm just fucking, I had nothing to do. I got all this time on my hands. So I wait on the line. Fuck, I must have been, it was a while I was on hold. So I talked to this the lady, and she said, well, we haven't received it yet. I'm like, this is retarded. Like, I handed it in, they said 3 to 5 days. What the hell's going on? She goes, well, just do this. Here's a fax number. Fax it off to us. I'm like, you have a fax? Like, why didn't the fucking Ministry of Transportation just tell me, or the school tell me, after the medical, just fax it to them? She goes, well, I'll have it the next day, and we'll give you the results. I'm like, God damn it, why didn't you friggin' tell me to fucking fax at the beginning? I wasted all this time. So I go fax it, and it was a couple days went by. I called the lady, and she says, we have to get you to fill out some more forms. I'm like, God damn it, what now, She goes, because you're bipolar is a whole separate issue for to make sure you have a mental capacity to do this job. I said, the form says I do. She goes, yeah, well, because you're bipolar, it puts you in a different category, and you have to fill these forms out. So I'm like, now I gotta make another doctor's appointment and fill out more goddamn forms. I'm just maxing out here. I'm just like, really? I'm tired of this shit. So I call Apple Tree up, make another appointment. Another week has to go by because to book the appointment. So the appointment was for today. And it was at the Collingwood location. It was like 1309, whatever it was. So I'm driving to Collingwood and I see an Apple Tree on Woodruff. That wasn't there before. It just opened. So I'm thinking, well, what the fuck, you know? So I go to Collingwood Mall and it's not there anymore. So I just presume that they just moved the location over. So I go to the new location on Carling Avenue and I'm fucking dinging the fucking bell. No one's coming, no one's coming, no one's coming. And it's like quarter after at this time. My appointment was 12:30. Finally, this guy comes up. I said, yeah, I'm Scott Smith. I have an appointment for 12:30. Get some forms filled out, blah, 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 blah. He goes, well, I'll see you in our system. And I'm like, well, I made the appointment. Like, you know, like, don't tell me like you guys screwed up and I got to do this all over again. He goes, that's okay, I can take you. Don't worry about it. There's not a lot of people here. So there's only 2 people there. I said, okay, fuck it. I'll just wait in line, wait for my turn and get this done. So I'm sitting there waiting. It's probably around 25 after 12. My phone rings. It's Apple Tree. She goes, Scott, are you coming to your appointment? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm here. You guys forgot to register me. She goes, what location are you at? I said, I'm at Carlingwood. You guys just open it up. She goes, no, we're at the location Carling Avenue at Westgate. I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, it's no big deal. I'm here anyways. The guy said he'd see me, so, you know, it's no big deal. You know, everything's gonna work out. So around 1 o'clock, I finally go in to see the doctor. And I tell him, I said, I got these forms to fill out, blah, blah, blah. He says, I can't do that. I'm not authorized to do that. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, I just come over here from Europe, blah, 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 blah. You know, I have to do certain things. There's things I can't do and can't do. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So now I can't get these forms filled out. I gotta book another appointment to get these forms. I'm just like maxing right on. I'm just like, fuck, I don't have time for this shit, you know? And so I get in a truck. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking mad as fuck, you know, that I made this mistake. And I talked to the lady on the phone. I said, can you give me the next available appointment? And she said the 24th. I'm like, fuck, this is not good because I'm gonna run out of money. I need to go to school is 3 weeks. I gotta get a job, you know. So I'm just freaking out. So she said, well, I can get you on the 20th. So I said, okay. I'm thinking, okay, that's Thursday. Maybe if I send the fax Thursday, I can start school on Monday. So, you know, like, it's just been so much to get this, just to start school, you know, and I'm just freaking right out. Yeah, so, you know, that's the thing with the driver's license. So, what else can I talk about? You know, for people watching who suffer from mental illness, you know, want to know how I'm doing with the bipolar thing, you know. I remember I made previous videos that, you know, that I used to use cocaine and it'd be like a reset. And I tried that probably 3 weeks ago, whatever, and it made me feel like shit. It's not part of my life anymore. It just doesn't work. It's just, you know, whatever. And I got, like, now they got me on these 4 different meds, and I tried to explain, like, you know, like, sure, the med works to a certain point, but environment is such a fucking trigger, and, you know, the meds just can't compete with the environment at this point, you know? So, you know, we're up and down, like, constantly, just, like, fucking 1 minute we're feeling great, next minute we're fucking just irritable, and I'm not depressed. I still don't get like that, you know. My sister's concerned about that. Well, why don't you get depressed, you know, whatever. And I told her, so I only go down so far, you know. You know, I can get emotional, but I don't fall into that deep pit of depression that some people suffer from. Thank God, you know, because that can get bad. You know, there's you know, people that suffer from that can be like days in bed, and there's no will for them to get up. They just can't do it mentally, you know. So I'm very thankful for that. But the thing is, I am on the other side, right? So I'm in the mania part, so I'm constantly just fucking, you know, and I constantly have to hold myself back, you know, and double check my decisions, and, you know, and constantly try and elevate it down, you know. That's why I think the you know, as far as cocaine, it's bad for you. You know, there's no reason to do it anymore. I'm pretty good at, you know, controlling it. Like, my hope is someday that I can really. That's the thing too with the meds. You know what I mean? When you do the meds, you know, they fuck with your head. Like, I mean, they're antipsychotics, and I find I don't want them to be a crutch. Like, I want to learn how. My end goal, I tried to explain to my sister, because she's like, "You taking your meds? You taking your meds?" I got all this pressure to take them, but part of me is thinking, well, if I take the meds, I can't learn how to control this. Like, I don't want to use it as a crutch. You know, it's like a catch-22, you know? So it's like, I take them, that I don't, I take them, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a difficult decision to try and figure out what to do. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm still, like, all over the place on it, because I tried to explain to my sister, my end goal is I want to be able to manage this, like, mentally, you know? Like, there's got to be a way to do this and over time, and, you know, whatever. You know, so that's my thoughts. So, what else is going on? Yeah, so the family thing, yeah. So, I mentioned you guys reconnected with my family and that. And it's really interesting how this has evolved, because sure, it's been great. You know, it's been awesome reconnecting with my sister. I talk to her every day, my other sister, my mom. And that was fine when I was in, you know, in the hospital, and I was in a hotel, you know, and whatever. But you start talking to them more and more. So now what's happening is you guys starting to really engage and be concerned about each other, starting having feelings, right? Like, they're becoming a priority in your life again. And I found myself finding it extremely difficult to reinvest my emotions. I'm thinking, fuck, you know, so that happens. Like, when you got to go through something alone and you have to get there by yourself, and, you know, you don't have the support, what you go through, you have to go to another place mentally where I had to do this by myself, and, you know, I'm like, fuck everybody, you know, that kind of attitude. And I didn't think it'd be so hard to reinvest. So now that's happening to me now, is like, okay, do I reinvest in my family, and, you know, and that whole process. You know, I have a couple friends on Facebook, you know, who, you know, kind of the same thing. They don't they understand what I'm saying by that, and it's hard for them to have faith in that relationship again, and reinvest your emotions, you know. So it's funny, as like, I find myself talking to my family. It's like, hey, we got to make sure we do this, and be honest, and do this, and do that, and do this, you know, and trying to cover all the bases, because I don't want to reinvest it in something happening again, you know. Like, I want to make sure all the bases are covered with my family, so we all understand each other. You know, they understand me, my sisters understand my mom, you know, and so on and so forth. So there's never anything that's going to happen again that the family, you know, kind of pulls apart, or through a stupid misunderstanding, or just whatever. You know, I told them this is bullshit. Because my sister, I'll give you a good example. My sister's pregnant. She's about 6 months. And she had called my mom and was crying. And she says, well, you know, none of you guys have called me and Razor just asked about the baby and this and that. My sister felt really hurt and alone by this. You know, so my mom calls me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's horrible. Because I remember the way I felt in Thunder Bay, you know, I was just like, you know, I felt so alone, because I'm lying there half dead, you know, and now I got the street to look forward to, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know, I feel so bad for her, you know. So I called my sister up, and I said, I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry that you felt that way. I'm sorry that I was more concerned and call you about, you know, and this and that. And she texted me, said, well, no, mate, I overreacted, and, you know, I'm going through all this stuff with the hormones. I says, there's no fucking excuse, you know, no excuse, you know. So, you know, this family is getting close again, no matter what. They, you know, so I talked to her, and I just start fucking crying. She's crying. I don't know if she was crying, but, you know, and I told her, she says, no, you didn't overreact, you know. You feel something, you let us know, and so on and so forth. And that's been kind of the thing with the family. It's been hard. Like, you know, you can tell my sister, just the way she gravitates to me over the last month or so, you could tell she really missed and needed her brother, right? And it's good for mom, now everyone's kids are getting back together and stuff. So I call mom too, and I told her about it, everything what happened with the sisters. We talked and this and that. I'm just trying to fucking cover all the bases so no one gets hurt and no one's alone and the whole thing. I'm trying to strengthen this family up, So my mom, we were talking about money or whatever, and mom goes, well, I'd never tell you guys if I needed financial help. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why wouldn't you tell your children? Like, you know what I mean? That makes no fucking sense. I said, don't make the same mistake I did, Mom, and try and stay strong for everybody and never ask for help and whatever. It's, that's fucking bullshit. So I'm arguing with my mom about this stuff, just trying to get the family on the same goddamn page, So yeah, you can see and then I'm going through this and it's hard to reinvest, but someone's got to, take charge and do this, so I just felt compelled. But at the same time, I'm like, holy fuck, do I reinvest in this shit again? Because when you, like I said, you're going through things alone, you learn not to have faith in people again or whatever, so it's like, fuck. Plus being alone in the apartment, you know what I mean? So it's been a lot, and waiting for the course, so, we're smiling, but it's just been fuck. I'd be lying in bed just thinking to myself, like, okay, there's gotta be a grace period here. We gotta get we need enough with the fucking breaking the walls down, just get some pause, Yeah, so that's been fucking interesting. So, but everything's, it feels good to reinvest. I have a friend on Facebook, and she's not close to her family, and she, whatever, and I told her, you know what, if it's important to you, you have to make the first move, you got no choice, what are you gonna do, sit there and be miserable and always wonder about it? Like, I'll give you a perfect example, like my dad and my father, I tried to rekindle that, and, it didn't work out, but at the same time, you have to learn to let go, right? I got something on my Facebook page about, the stages of letting go, it makes a lot of sense. So I send that to her, and I says, don't worry, this is what's going to happen. This is the path you'll go through. I don't know if I could bring it up here without this phone shutting off, but I have it on my Facebook, and it was my experience of what I had to go through when I had to let go of certain things like Costco and all that bullshit. So, so I tried to pass it off and, give her that, and hopefully it helps her out. So, I don't know what else is going on. I think that's it. Nothing else is coming to mind. Yeah, so hopefully, I can start school Monday. I hope so that I can, if I don't know if they'll approve the medical or not in the time frame on Friday, but hopefully they do. If they don't, then I have to wait a whole another fucking week, and it's just the thought of another week just fucking sitting around doing nothing, it's just like, ugh, let's say hi everybody here. Oh, we got a few people on here. Oh, geez, look at all the people on here. Nice to see you guys. Oh, that's Tracy. Oh, no one's saying anything. They're just popping in. You guys just popping and watching the video. That's fine. No big deal. Oh. So, I think that's it. Physically, we're good now. I can walk a lot better now. But I remember I had to, my buddy, he drops off the bed for me, and, stuff, there's basic things you need for an apartment and stuff like that, and I needed to, get, shower curtain rings, and, so I was told to go to the dollar store to get them. So it was at Collingwood Mall, and I had, this is probably a 29, so This is pretty early on. This is probably the same time frame where I went to the hospital. So I'm walking through Carlin Mall, and there's malls along, so I'm like limping going through, and my eyes are watering, and I get to the dollar store. I'm like, oh fuck, that's right, it's downstairs, so I got to go down these 2 flights of stairs, right? So by the time I got to the dollar store, probably 25 minutes had passed. Well, now I still got to walk around the store to find these goddamn shower curtain rings, and there's no employee around, and I'm just dying, like I'm in so much pain. And you're trying to keep your mental because you're looking for these goddamn shower curtain rings. And I'm going aisle by aisle, and my knees are shaking. I finally friggin' find them, and then it's probably, like, we're talking probably 40 minutes now, 45 minutes. I've been on my legs at this point, and it's amazing, it amazes me. That's why I think that, I think it's possible to somehow manage and control this bipolar, the mood swings. It's amazing, and it never ceases to amaze me how much we can take as a human being, or how much physical pain we can handle, or when we gotta do what we gotta do when we're tested, So yeah, it was just, and I once, it was just at 40 minutes, and I found the rings, and I still had to wait in line for 10, 15 minutes, and then make that fucking walk all the way back to the truck. I'm in a hotel room. I wouldn't have never even fathomed that I was, because I remember like going to the washroom. I remember doing videos. I could just shortly walk, and it's the same time frame, and I would have never thought it was possible to put my body through so much physically, and it just amazes me what we can handle as human beings. Like, I've definitely been tested from a mental and a physical standpoint, but it wasn't at the time, but now I think back at it, it's like, it feels good, like it's a sense of accomplishment to a certain degree, Hey brother Kelly, how's it going, man? Enjoying your time off? Yeah, well, it's been a month and a half. I said I'd pop in, like, at the time I did the post, like, about the, not being so open, working on that, like, I don't know, fuck, I change my mind every fucking day. Yeah, but just with the day I had today, I was just so fucking pissed about that damn doctor's appointment. I went to the wrong location, and now I gotta book another appointment, Kelly. It's like I don't have time for this fucking bullshit. Yeah, Tracy, they're gonna be here next week, Kelly. So maybe we can all get together for that. Yeah, so back what I was saying, like, my personal advice, when you think you can't do something, you'd be surprised what we can do as human beings, what we can do, what we can get through mentally, what we can get to, physically. I look back at the whole thing, and I'm just, I look back at the whole thing, and I'm just like, holy fuck, it just, not like, I don't know if it's like proud of myself, but it's a, I don't know how to put that into words, like whether you feel stronger or you feel that, like, yeah, I guess what they say, what you go through, it makes you stronger, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So people who've been following my Facebook and the videos and that, who suffer from mental illness, there's a few of them, that, use my experience to motivate you and to give you hope that if this motherfucker, with all the issues or whatever, can get through it or whatever, then, try and use that for inspiration. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Yeah, so Kelly, I said earlier in the video that I explained the whole that bullshit. No, I'm stuck. You want me to go through it again? I had a doctor's appointment today and I went to the wrong office. Oh, fucking pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. You know, ever how those mornings you wake up and you got like brain fog, or you just know it's going to be one of those days? And that's the way it was when I woke up this morning, and I totally dismissed it. Yeah, and I woke up and I had that feeling, you know, and sure enough, look what happened, right? Well, that's the whole thing about personal growth and everything, right? The more you learn about yourself, you know, the more you learn to listen to your intuition and all that stuff, right? You know, so I was pissed off, you know, I was fucking mad as hell. But then, you know, dealing with the bipolar and stuff like that, you learn how to, you know, turn it into a positive, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's why I'm smiling now. Like 3 hours ago, I was fucking pissed. I was so fucking mad. It's just, I just got all this pressure on me to make the time frame, you know, like before my money runs out, you know. It's just, you know, I'm just tired of fucking just waiting around for shit. And like it's sticking molasses, you know. What are you doing with yourself today, Kelly? Just relaxing? Starting to get used to this short hair. I might keep it short. I might. Oh yeah. I know what I want to talk about. Home from swimming lessons. Yeah, so the other part of the story. So it's funny how there was some people on Facebook, or I think a general consensus was that I committed suicide with the truck, and the doctors and that were under that same impression too. So they got me believing that that's what had happened, and because I was bipolar, I had to be open to that possibility, right? So I know now that I didn't, based on the videos and whatever, you know, whatever. I know now that's not what happened. I don't really know what happened. I don't remember anything like prior. I remember the hit, but I don't remember anything prior to it. But nothing makes sense, right? Like, it wasn't a fucking suicide thing. I just, you know, and it really fucked me up because, you know, all the people I watch on Facebook were, you know, friends from Costco and stuff, that they all thought the same thing. And when I watch the videos and that, and I go, well, why didn't they come to the same conclusion I came to when I was watching the videos? You know, it's really fucked me up, you know, like the people, my friends thought that, the hospital thought that. I understand, I don't know why the hospital thought that. I think there was something about, I guess I was saying something when I was like fucking half dead or something. There was some kind of, I don't know how it happened, but everyone I know thinking, like the doctors and friends thinking that I did this. I'm just like, well, fuck it. That's not the conclusion I came to. Like, it's on video and everything. Like, I was happy to come home. My buddy bailed me out, you know. But the result of this now is I got charged with dangerous driving. That's pretty fucking serious, guys. I looked it up online. I'm like, holy fucking shit, man. Like, I can get in really fucking trouble for this, you know. And I remember that the police came over to see me. So I didn't know if they talked to the nurses and doctors and they told the police that I committed suicide. And then after talking to me, they based those, you know, they determined that they should be charged. So this is fucking pretty serious, guys. So now I gotta fucking drive to Thunder Bay for September 15th to deal with this shit. And just so happens that my next career choice is driving for a living. So I could very well end up losing my fucking license or even going to jail. Who knows if I get convicted on this. Yeah, I know, Kelly. So I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, and now more pressure's on me to make more money so I can afford a fucking lawyer to get off this fucking shit, because I don't want to just do it on legal aid because my chances will diminish, right? But I can't friggin', there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to afford like an ex-copper or points. There's no fucking way, not in the time frame. Like I'm not even working yet. I got enough to get the rent and everything until September, and that's it. And make the trip. Like the trip to Thunder Bay is going to cost me $1,000. My sister's going to come with me, which is really cool, because I was just thinking that thought of making that drive again. I'm just like, no fucking way. Like I'm just like, fuck 50, you know? Because the thing is, I was going out to Calgary and everything. I was really motivated, right? You know, I'm starting a new life, you know, new opportunities. I'm excited, you know. I'm going to see one of my best friends out there. I was all excited to get connected with her again. You know, so it was a lot of motivation to make that drive. But there's no motivation to make this drive. I'm going to drive 15 hours to get convicted of dangerous driving. So there's some pressure there. There's a lot of pressure there. So I don't know what... Yeah, buddy, I got a light. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Rare breed, eh?
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
Have a nice evening.
You too. So, where was I? Yeah, so now I got the pressure of this court thing coming up, and you know, it's like, because it's a serious goddamn charge, you know. Like I looked it up, man. It's like we're actually like, it's not a parking ticket or a speeding fine. Like I actually have to go to fucking court for a hearing. I have to actually go in the morning on Friday morning, 15th, and get processed, like get officially charged. Because they didn't officially charge me yet. They gave me a summons. So I guess I have to go to the police station, get officially charged, fingerprinted. I don't know what they're going to do, whatever they're going to do to process me. And then I got the hearing at 1:30 the same day. Oh, fuck, yeah, listen to this, guys. This is total bullshit. So, the other thing is when I was before I made the decision to come to Ottawa, one of the positive factors is I knew the insurance was going to give me money for the accident. So we were keeping all the receipts, you know, like I got fucking, you know, probably $4,000 of hotel bills, you know, that I had to pay out. And they were going to give me all this back because I had the insurance. So they had someone come from the insurance company to the hospital. We talked about it, you know. I gave her all the stuff in the car, all my phones, hotel and all this. So they led me to believe that I was getting all this money, right? So I said, okay, fine, you know, I'll whatever I get from them, I'll furnish the apartment, and I'll take the month of July off to heal, and then I'll start, you know, in August I'll go to school and execute my plan. And then after all this bullshit, the insurance company says, we're not giving you the money because you've been charged. And I'm like, I was so deflated. I'm like, we went through all this bullshit, and you told me I was getting this money. Now you're saying I don't because you're charged, and why did we go over this stuff to collect receipts and all this? You sent an adjuster to the hospital. Like, it was a major fuck up on the insurance company. So I came to Ottawa, and I talked to my person here, my person who's handling my case here, and it was a major fuck up. She helped me get to the bottom of it. There was apologies. You know, the adjuster you were dealing with in Barrie made a mistake. We're sorry. But it didn't change the fact that you know, if I don't get charged, I'll get all that money. So it's like, you know, like fucking, oh yeah. So it's been crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, that was a big blow because I was expecting all that money. You know, like yeah, so there's a lot of pressure on right now. A lot of pressure, you know. Yeah, I could like finish the course by August and find a job hopefully the first 2 weeks of September, you know. But there's like a chance that, you know, I can get my license suspended, lose my license for a year, because I don't know what the police are charging me. What are they based on? Like, you know, what did the truck drivers say? I don't. Yeah, and I don't know anything about the other side of it, you know. Like, I don't know what the truck driver said. You know, did I hit him head on? Did I hit him from the side? You know, I don't know why I think this, but I heard, I don't know if it was a cop saying it or I have a vague. That's the thing is, like, everything is like a bad dream. Everything's like morphed together. It's like, you know, what dreams I had, were they reality or not? You know, everything's all mixed up. There's no clarity in the last couple months. I mean, none. Like, I'm just, you know, so I'm trying to, I don't have all the information to make a proper decision because I want to know what the fuck happened. You know, if I did try and kill myself, I want to fucking know that, you know, like, you know, because if I did, then that would make me rethink myself mentally. Like, it would make me more cautious. It'd be, you know, am I handling something that I'm overconfident on? You know, if I was capable of fucking committing suicide, I have to know that. Regardless if I get charged or not, I need to know, because that's, you know, that's fucking some serious shit, you know, if that's what happened. But when I put all the pieces together, it doesn't seem feasible that it happened. Like, I can't explain what happened, and I need more information to make that determination, you know. But I had heard, or I have a thought or a dream, or I don't know what it is, but that it was a sudden turn into the truck. So I'm thinking about it. Well, if I was committing suicide, why would I have my seatbelt on, and why wouldn't I hit him head on? Like, why would it be just a sudden thing? You know, like why would the turn be just so sudden? Like, what happened for the truck to go just you know, like, immediately right into him? Like what, you know, at the last minute, you know? So I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I don't know what the driver said. You know, like, and you know, I just don't know. Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine who gave me the bed. And he goes, oh, you know what people are saying, right? And I said, yeah, I heard. You know, people think I fucking tried to take myself out. And he heard the same thing. And he said, oh, I know Scott, there's no fucking way he did that. So he told me that he immediately checked the road conditions, I guess. I don't know how they did that, but that's what he told me. And the roads were slippery. So the only thing I can come up with based on the information is that I remember, like, a few times on the trip, and you guys gotta remember, I was on the road for fucking like 30 days, you know. I remember a lot of times, like, where your eyes will play tricks on you, and what seems to come in your lane. I remember a few times I'd be driving, it looks like a car's coming right at me, you know, so I hit the brakes and, you know, and just kind of like slowly maneuver to make sure that, you know. And so there was a lot of tricks on the road, you know. Like, you guys remember I did a video, you know, I'm hearing music, and, you know, so I'm thinking maybe that's what happened. I thought maybe the tractor trailer, maybe the way his lights came on, because sometimes they had high beams on. So maybe I reacted to something that he had done or something that I thought I seen. So I think when I take an educated guess on my situation, I think that's probably what happened. That I seen something and I reacted, whether I put on my brakes and I slipped, and then it was a, you know, you know what I mean? The truck went into the tractor trailer. So that's what I think happened. Hopefully I'll have hopefully I can express that, and hopefully I can, you know, they can just, you know, not charge me, and life will go on in a better way, you know. So I'm really hoping the judge, you know, I can express myself to the judge or through a lawyer or whatever, and hopefully that shit will work out, you know, that I don't get charged, because it is pretty fucking serious, you know. I'm just like, fuck. You know, I was like, I'm watching this I'm watching this YouTube video, Joe Rogan, and he had this guy on, Dan Brazilian. He's an Instagram phenomenon right now. You know, he's a guy played poker, he made millions of dollars, and he's just living this life, and he's posting it. It's just extravagant, eh? And they're talking about, you know, Joe Rogan saying how nice, oh, it must be great, you know, everyone's like, oh, I wish I could be him, because he's got 16 women and whatever, you know. And I'm watching this video, I'm just thinking, I just want to be a normal. I just want a job that I can pay my bills with. I don't need all this money. I don't need all these women, you know, like, I just want to fucking have, like, a normalcy, you know, just a new normal. That's it. That's all I want. You know, big house, whatever, you know, like, doesn't matter. You know, all the money. I just want to be able to just, you know, have a good job, or I'm happy, and come home, alone or not, or whatever, and just, you know, and just that, you know, like, there's no, I don't have these big dreams or expectations, you know, like, even when I was partying and, you know, and all that, it was all great, and, you know, being with women and just, you know, that, it's just, you know, I just want to be slow. Like, I have this buddy, one of my buddy Kirk's, he has this ability to just move at this pace in life, you know. He has this, he's like a molasses, you know. Everything he does is slow. It takes his time, everything, you know, like everything he does, like the way he moves, the way he talks, the way, you know what I mean. And it's funny because a lot of people would look at his lifestyle, you know, he's into computers, you know, he's into the gaming thing, so he doesn't, you know, and they look at that and they would say, oh man, you know, that must suck, you know. I'm almost envious of him, you know, like, it must be nice to just be just like, you know, go at your own pace and slow, you know, no excitement, you know, like, it just, just a comfortable norm, you know. So it's funny how that, you know, whatever. Yeah, so this guy I was watching on Joe Rogan there, this Dan Brazilian, it's just, you know, it's crazy, crazy life this guy's living, you know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, well, geez, I think that's it. It's probably a long video, eh? So hopefully, the few of you that are into it, enjoy the video. Thanks for joining me. I think that's it. So, I'll let you guys know what happens with court and everything. I'll do a video, I guess, after that when I get back to Ottawa. Try and post a video after that and let you guys know where I'm at. Hopefully I got some good news. Hopefully I got my license and it didn't get taken away. So hopefully that happens. You know. So I guess that's it. Go home, take a nap. Maybe I'll call my sister, let her know what happened. Talk to her for an hour or so. Talks my ear off. But it's good. You can tell that she really missed the closest of the family as well, right? You know, she's really gravitating to me. You can really tell. So, you know, so hopefully her brother can, you know, be a positive influence in her life. You know, hopefully I can provide that. You know. Oh boy, look at all the people on here today. Wow. Okay, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else more to say. Like I said, I'll post a video in another month there. You know, I think part of the reason I was saying that I didn't want to do more videos, it was just like I didn't, you know, I did the videos for a lot of different reasons, for a lot of different times while I was doing them. And it was just the thought of doing them every day. It was just, you know, I just wanted to have, I'd rather do like I think I'd feel better just doing like updates instead of like a daily journal type thing. You know, because I really don't know why I'm doing it. Like I'm doing, you know, like I really don't know why I would do the videos. You know, like right now I'm thinking, okay, well, I had a few people talk to me and they just want to do a video. It's okay, well, you know, okay, fine. You know, I'll do one like once a month type thing, just like, you know, to keep it going or whatever. But at this point, there's really no motivation to do them. You know, like I just, you know, whatever. You know, I just, yeah. Anyways, now I'm rambling, so I'll let you guys go. So I'll talk to you guys later. Until I see you again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other.